Hey everyone, it's Sue here and welcome to my channel. This morning over on Periscope.tv, if you're not aware of Periscope, it's an app for your iOS or Android device, and it's live streaming, it's live broadcasting, and I did this over on Periscope this morning during an event that's called Pass the Brush, and I'm showing everybody that I'm working in the Dilutions Journal, and I'm going to take that page with that dog and adapt it to something that children can do. So I'm using distress paints, and I'm working with brown lunch bags. Our thought process, there was, 6 of us in this event today over on Periscope. And, our thought was, let's gear this towards kids if we possibly can. So I'm just showing you here all of the items. These are regular household items. That's a coffee cozy, right, with all that beautiful texture. And that pink thing, of course, is for the shower. And there was bubble wrap, and this is a piece of corrugated from a box. And this is just a round, I have no idea where I got this, a round piece of cardboard. I don't know. Who knows where I got it. And then I also pulled out a couple of these different sized lids. One is for hairspray and one came from like Tylenol or whatever. So, a paper bag, some paint, whatever paint that you have in your stash at home, and look around your house for different items that will give really cool texture. So I just wanted to get some white down first because the bag was brown. And so I used the bath sponge for that. And here is a bag that I already did this step on because I did prepare last night. I like to come on to these live periscopes really prepared because things move fast on there, and it is live, and I'm talking to people as they're writing comments to me, so it's very interactive. So you see my hands going 100 miles an hour, and that's because I'm talking to them and responding to them as they write comments to me. So now I'm going to use the yellow with the bubble wrap, and the whole idea behind this is to build up a ton of color. I mean, layers and layers of colors and different textures, different looks. So this is something that kids, I think even very young kids can really do without a problem. And I thought this would be cute, that this would be something that they could actually use. Now, I'm going to be using the dog for this technique, but, if you have a cat, use a cat picture. If you have a little boy and he likes tractors, use a tractor picture, trains, Legos, whatever, a doll, flowers, whatever. Whatever your child is interested in. So here I'm using that piece of corrugated paper and the orange, and every once in a while I do go and dry it just a bit with the heat tool, but you can see there that it's really starting to build up, and I don't even think we're halfway there yet. So now I'm using the round tubing, and I'm just going to take the blue, and you'll see I turn the bag because I do want that shape in different directions. I don't want it in just one direction. I'm just making sure I get a whole bunch of everything on there. So the next color that I pull out is the red. And this is a great way to really use up your paints as well. And these are those 2 little lids, and I'm going to use the smaller one. And again, I'm just getting the paint on the tip of it and going to town, getting it all over. You know, when I took the class with Dina Wakely back in June, and I did this in, the whole class did it in our journals. And she goes, just like put a whole bunch down, do a whole bunch of stenciling and ink and just everything, right? And so everybody was like almost done, and she comes around, she looks at it, and she goes, put some more on, put 5 or 6 more things on it. So you can't put too much on this. Just put everything that you can think of on there. And here I'm using a stylus. I'm just using the rubber tip of it to get some circles down. And I start with the purple, and then I do add some of the gold. I do like the way that the gold looks. I don't know if your child will particularly care. Whoops, I went a little bit off camera there. But you see it's really built up. And that really, honestly, I have like 2 more things that I put on top of it. But I'm going to pull out another one. Now this is dry. And I already did start tracing the dog onto this piece. So since we had like 20 minutes for the Periscope, that's why I prepared so much the night before. And I'm using this gray transfer paper. And I also, at the very end, I use these 2 items with this ink to get a little bit more down on the page, and then that was the end of it. And you can see that. And now I'm going to finish the stenciling, not the stenciling, the transfer paper. And of course you can use carbon paper, whatever, but your child can easily do this. I'm thinking you could probably easily show like a 3-year-old to do something like this. So once you use the transfer paper or the carbon paper, you're going to take a thicker pen and go over the lines so that you can see the shape of what you just transferred on there with the transfer paper. And again, if you have cats, you have birds, you have a snake, whatever, you can do whatever you want. Just go look in a magazine and pull out what you like. Now this is the part that just kind of makes me go, ooh. And this is, that's actually a brush from Art Basics Prima, and the end of it is used for like modeling paste to make designs. And all you do is you take any color you want and you go around your shape. So if it's a tractor or a truck, you will be doing this around that shape. And doesn't it make it pop? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So cute. I just thought this was an adorable idea. And not only can you do this in your art journal or wherever you would like, I'm sure you could do it on a canvas as well. But you can certainly adapt it for children. And it's something that you don't have to go buy anything for, right? So we all have some sort of paint in our stash, and we have magazines or something we can cut out a picture. The only thing might be the carbon paper, but I wonder if you could just like cut out the shape of the dog and then trace around it and then just fill in the eyes and the nose. So that's an idea. And then here's the dry one that I did last night, and I had that all ready to finish up. So at this point, I need to go over all of my lines again, because when I put that orange down, it did go over some of the lines, and I just want to make sure that they are, prominent enough that you can see them. Because obviously that background is so busy, it's hard to see thin little lines on top of it. So at this point, you're just, making certain parts of your design bolder and, pop out just a little bit more. And I gave it a little dry and going in with some white here. And that's it. And I can write like my granddaughter's name across the top. She can use it to put toys in. She could actually use it for lunch, for camp, whatever she would like. She can definitely use this. And my granddaughter is 7, and I know that she and I will be working on these, and I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. And also go ahead and hit that like button. And please leave me a comment, and I would love to get back to you. If you have any questions, give me a holler, and I hope to see you back. All right, thanks everybody. Bye-bye.